Hey everyone, welcome. Today we are going to talk about a piece of tech that might just completely change the way you use your computer. I'm talking about virtual machines or VMs. Seriously, if you've ever thought about becoming a hacker or mastering Linux or just breaking into the IT world, well, this is it. This is your first, most important step. All right, let me ask you something. Have you ever wanted to run two totally different computers at the exact same time on the single laptop you're probably using right now? Like maybe you're on Windows, but you also want to run Kali Linux, that famous hacking OS, side by side. Sounds kind of like science fiction, right? Well, it's not. It's totally possible. So what is a virtual machine anyway? The best, simplest way to explain it is just it's a computer inside of your computer. That's it. It's a complete, fully working digital computer that just runs like any other app on your machine. Okay, so how does this actually work? Let's break it down. Your physical computer, your laptop, that's what we call the host. And the virtual machine running inside it, that's the guest. Now, the guest literally borrows resources from your host. A little bit of CPU power, some of your RAM, a chunk of your storage. But here's the wild part. The guest has no idea. To the guest OS, it feels like a totally real, standalone computer. It's like it's living in its own little digital world. Kind of like the Matrix, completely unaware of the host machine all around it. So you're probably wondering, how is this even possible? What's the secret sauce that makes this whole thing work? Well, it all comes down to one special piece of software, the hypervisor. Yeah, a hypervisor sounds super technical, but don't worry, it's really just a fancy name for the app that creates and runs these virtual machines. Think of it as the manager, or maybe the architect. It's the program that carves out a piece of your real computer's resources to build a fake computer inside of it. And you can get started right now. There are a bunch of them out there, but a fantastic and totally free one is VirtualBox from Oracle. Now, you should know there are two main flavors of these hypervisors. The kind you'll probably use on your laptop, something like VirtualBox, that's called a Type 2. It's just an app you install on Windows or your Mac, and it has to kind of share resources with everything else. But then there's the big stuff, what the cloud and giant data centers use. That's a Type 1 hypervisor. This thing installs directly onto the server hardware, no operating system underneath it. It has absolute, what you might call, godlike control over every single piece of hardware. It is the foundation. Okay, that's enough of the technical stuff. We know what they are, we know kind of how they work, but what's the point? Why should you care? Well, this is where it gets really, really cool. Let me give you the top 3 reasons you should download a VM like today. Number 1, you can learn hacking safely. Number 2, you can master brand new operating systems without buying another computer. And number 3, which is honestly my favorite, you can break stuff and not worry about it at all. And this all comes down to one absolutely critical concept: isolation. Your VM is completely walled off from your main computer, so whatever happens in that VM stays in that VM. You could be playing with powerful hacking tools, you could accidentally click on a virus, it doesn't matter. Your real computer, your host, is totally safe. It's the ultimate digital sandbox. But being a sandbox for safety is just the beginning. Using a VM gives you honest-to-goodness superpowers, things you could never, ever do with a normal physical computer. You know, there's a great quote from Network Chuck about this. He says that using virtual machines is just like playing a video game. And he's spot on. Because you literally get save points, extra lives, and you can even pause time. Let's talk about these superpowers. First up, snapshots. These are your video game save points. Let's say you're about to try a risky command that might break everything. No problem. Just take a snapshot. If things go bad, you just click a button and bam, you're right back to where you were before you messed up. Then there's cloning. This is like having extra lives. You can make an exact copy of your entire VM. You can even pause your virtual computer, just freezing it in time. Or, and this is amazing, you can save it state, shut it down, and when you start it back up, every single app and window is exactly where you left it. All right, let's zoom out for a second, because this stuff, it isn't just a cool trick for your laptop. Understanding how virtualization works is, and I'm not exaggerating, a cornerstone of all modern IT. It's a foundational skill for pretty much any career in tech. So if there's one thing you take away from this, it's this. Learning VMs isn't optional, it's an essential skill. It doesn't matter if you want to get into hacking, system administration, or cloud engineering. This is the bedrock. It's literally how the cloud is the cloud. It's how modern data centers run. And get this, it totally scales up. You aren't just limited to one VM.
On a single, decent computer, you could be running your main Windows OS, right? But at the same time, you could have a Kali Linux machine running for security stuff and an Ubuntu server spun up for your web development. You're simulating an entire network on one laptop. It feels like magic.
So there you go. Now you know the secret. You understand the magic behind virtualization. The tools are free, the power is immense, and it opens up this entire world for you to learn and experiment in without any risk. So, the only real question is, what are you going to build?